every time you say that, Harry, they throw things! You need to stop! Norma! Oh no! Oh my God! Hello and welcome back to the EGL Spring Series. I'm Shersy1, joined by Jim. Let's take a quick look at the bracket and see how everybody is faring and how we got up to this point. Now, of course, we're at round 3. In control, up against the Monica Esports. That much must still be ongoing. We have no score there as we look to push towards the quarterfinals. Streamed the Dream, though. They are awaiting the winner of that series. So no doubt, waiting with bated breath, maybe hoping to get an easier run out, and perhaps In Control can maybe cause some sort of an upset against the Monica. M2 Stealth, they did unfortunately lose to Stream the Dream, and that they have now dropped down to the losers bracket. We have West Esports and Excel Team. They competed against one another. West 1 Esports came out on top, and they are playing against now Tier 3, who got the better of Late Bloomers in the round 3 matchups, and they now are in a quarterfinals fixture of their own. Salmon on Speed, Divine Mind, of course, the one we just featured, and we of course know that Divine Mind have pushed themselves forward, so that bracket will be updated eventually, quote unquote. And they're Skone und the Beast, which I believe translates to Beauty and the Beast in German, I should hope. Play up against Michel, Sardou, and unfortunately the German Beauty and the Beast lost out and they've dropped down, and Michel, Sardou do punch their ticket to play now another featured game against Divine Mind. More Power, they played against Cartel's 2s, and well, we know how that's going to go, Jim. Cartel 2s steamrolled themselves all the way through, and they've actually managed to win their quarterfinals game as well. Can Cartel just slow down, please?
It's just like Cartel Cup all over again, isn't it? Now I get to witness it on the back end, like, you know, the observer side of it. I get to see Cartel just fly through the bracket and just, you know, having fun day.
And we have Beauty and the Beast as well, Jim. But at this time, an English Beauty and the Beast. So the German and English Beauty and the Beast have now dropped down to the losers bracket. I would love to see what way that one shakes out if they match up against each other at some point, at some stage. But now focusing on our round 3 matchup that we have now, or I believe our quarterfinals matchup is what you can actually say. We've got Divine Mind up against Michel, Sardou. Plaza, Rig, and Truth are our game types. What way do you see it going, Jim?
This is going to be another one close one to me, because we've seen Fireboy and Sticker obviously playing Plaza before, and they came out with the win. But I believe Marder and Zephyr are actually a lot better players than I think than we've seen Fireboy and Sticker play against so far. So it's definitely going to be a good one again. I like to see this Overshield play again. Seems like Fireboy and Sticker have been on top of it. So I'll be curious to see how Marder and Zephyr do with these power-ups. I expect them to be on top of it. They from the past when I played against them, they seem like good players. So definitely interesting to see.
Of course, as the bracket does push forward, Jim, we're going to see the cream starting to rise to the crop, and you're going to see a little bit more resistance then as you push on, but at least unless you're Cartel, of course. So we should see Divine Mind have a really tough task here, and maybe they drop their first map of the tournament. But here we go. It's going to be Overshield, Snipe Rifle, all that good stuff. All that stuff we love to see on stream. And we're going to start off with Fireboy, who's had such an impressive performance thus far in the tournament, looking to maybe continue that on as Mada and Exertos just drop down to bottom middle and maybe just giving that Overshield up for free. That's an interesting one.
That was the easiest Overshield I think Sticker's ever had. I see it looks like Rudy on the other team managed to miss his jump going to Ness, and then Mada then missed his jump top dip and dropped down to Market. So that's the easiest Overshield I think I've ever seen someone get. Although the Overshield has actually been melted and they still walk away with a kill in that situation. I don't know how blue team have walked away with a kill in that situation, but they have beautiful no scope. That is just Sticker has been hitting some nasty no scope. It's actually disgusting.
Playing absolutely nasty as he gets himself 2 kills, and it looked as though, Jim, for all the world, the way that started off, that was going to be a fresh, clean 2 kills for Divine Mind, but somehow they managed to flip the script and get a kill and almost turn it into a double buff for the plays from Stickit. Mada and Fireboy in the kill feed. They traded out, still 3 kills to 2, and a big engagement now as Stickit drops down bottom middle. I'm not wholeheartedly against that play either, waiting for his teammate Fireboy to spawn back up, and now we have honors even, and we see the boys on Michel, Sardou start to rotate towards this flowers area instead. Engagement.
It seems like Sticker wants to stay out of the map. Fireboy's gone in there and pushed the 1v1, which is a good play by him, but it seems like Sticker wants to stay on the outside area of the map, not get isolated in Yard and Tram and within Blue. He's just kind of waiting and watching, letting Fireboy have this freedom to go around and kind of pressure what he wants. And look how quick they are isolating the kills, you know, like the straight away isolating 2v1 here, pressuring the kills. It seems like they're struggling to get kills. Fireboy seems like he's missing a couple bullets over there, but that's actually a really big trade out of for the blue team right there. They were on the back foot quite a lot. They were low down. I feel like they shouldn't have walked away from that situation with an advantage, and they did. So whether that's them clutching up or that's Divine Minds choking a couple shots, it looked like it was a bit of both. We'll see how they do from here.
Well, it looked as though Stick had put a couple of shots into that player, which I believe was Matta, and then he just trusted the Fireboy was going to get the cleanup, Jim. And then Fireboy seemed to be making a meal of it. It never. You were just expecting at some point you were going to see in the kill feed Fireboy had killed Matta, but all this time went by, they were still fighting all the while. So a great job out of Matta to survive, but maybe equally so a rough job from Fireboy not getting that cleanup. But Sticking now has got back-to-back overshields. This one a little bit more contested, but this one he's able to use a bit more. He's got more overshield to play with, Jim.
That's so interesting because Matta had the full map. It looked like he went for the sniper, which was up 20 seconds instead of prioritizing the overshield. It kind of seemed like that overshield caught him off guard. Like he walked back to top mid right there and kind of just saw the overshield and was like, oh crap, it's up. But by then Sticker had already, you know, thrust slided and grabbed it. So definitely a misplay on Matta. It seems like they're not on top of these overshields. Like off the start, they half-assed, went for that overshield, and then right there, they didn't really go for it. Sticker again with these no scopes. I think that's the third one we've seen from him today, where he's just clean shots.
Sweet Jesus. He's putting people to the grave. And when he dies, he'll put his money there, no doubt. Stick us with the sniper rifle in hand. He looked as though he's got himself nice and cozy up in S4. Starting to try and predict the Earth's rotation, the wind in the air in the plaza. But now trying to engage with Matta, which he does successfully, gets that kill. And his teammate Xerthos trying to get some sort of trade, but realizing that he's too late, has to back down into the yard instead. Plasma pistol does just disorientate us for just a moment, but not long enough to be significant. Sticker clambers top yellow. Fireboy is doing a really good job here, Jim, as he's getting himself into 1v1 engagements, but he's either getting the kill or he's getting trades at the very least.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very weird situation before, obviously, that nasty no-scope from Sticker, but they didn't pressure it. They didn't push it, and maybe that's because they didn't know where the second player was. So they played it smart, they played it passive, they had the lead, they had the sniper, and they waited for the blue team to make a mistake and to show themselves. So that's really well played, actually, from the boys in Divine Minds.
Something that we've maybe seen, you were talking about how Fireboy was sprinting around the place and Stickhead got himself quite cozy on the outside of the map, is that, you know, they're not playing on the same page and they're a little bit disjointed, because you'd hope that they'd be neck and neck and have a buddy system going on, baiting and switching, but what you're seeing is Fireboy running around the place, and now because of that, Xerthos gets himself a crispy little double kill, and that should actually secure the overshield as well, Jim, which could be big.
That was a huge play. You hate to see that. It's kind of like a sideways ninja. It's kind of very aggressive from Sticker, but you know, you got to watch out for that. That's definitely a rough one, but it's huge. It gives them the lead. They have a 2-point lead. That's insane, because to me it felt like Divine Minds had control of this map. They were in the lead for majority of it. You know, it's a 2-kill lead, and they have overshield for the boys in blue, and that's what a swing.
Michel, Sardou ahead by 3. And I was speaking about how Fireboy is, you know, just running around the place, looks like a little bit like a headless chicken at times. And if you look at the stat screen, Jim, he actually has the most deaths so far, 9 deaths with only 6 kills. So he needs to slow it down a little bit and get touch tight with his teammate if he possibly can. Matta gets a kill on the Sticker, which will make that increasingly more difficult. And that is now a sniper rifle secured for Xerthos as well. Fireboy's got himself camped up top middle, toast and marshmallows, gets that pick as well. That's big for him, and now start to isolate that player who's all alone. There he is, there he goes. A fresh 5 from Sticker. And do they know that sniper rifle's down there? Has Fireboy found the present? Yes, he has. It's in his hand now. 3 bullets left to play with as well. So a misplay from Michel Sardou, but not too bad, Jim, as they still have the lead.
It's like a misplay after a misplay there. You know, it's like we're going back into how Sticker's playing it a lot slower, Fireshot's playing a lot aggressive. Fireboy, has a lot more deaths. But then on the other end of it, Sticker was then aggressive, and Fireboy played it passive. And beautifully bait and switch right there. That was perfectly played by them, keeping the control. Two clean kills, and they're already ready to pressure them in blue.
Blue, they are spawning up, and again we've seen this for the second successive time where they spawn blue and immediately try to get themselves into the flowers area. Sticker though picks them off one by one. Down goes Xerthos, down goes Matta. Great play from Sticker. Fireboy not needed, but they're still, again, Jim, they're not really in a situation where they're nice and tight to each other, but now they're starting to isolate these players on the bottom of the lift. But you see Sticker, he's not really set up to really help his teammate Fireboy if he gets isolated and kept all alone.
See, this player though I like overall because they're double spawning S1, overshield's coming up. They don't need to pressure them. They can and get the kills. You know, it's good they're doing that. They're on the same page there, right? They could either both play aggressive or both play passive, and they're like they opted into both playing it passive. And Fireboy's doing a really good job of surviving right now. I'd like to see Sticker play aggressive with overshield and pressure them now. You know, both players on blue team are trapped in snipe. They're isolated. You guys can capitalize on this and pressure them, and it seems like it's very half-assed. I'd love to see a lot more aggression. I feel like Fireboy should be leading blue here, pressuring Nest, pushing together with Sticker. There's so many kills that could have been traded off there, and they just weren't. But we'll see who wins this huge 1v1. This is a big battle for him. Fireboy one shot, trying to survive, just stalling for his teammate. You see all that stall right there? It gives Sticker an opportunity to get out the map, put some damage down, and I hope Sticker does the same thing here. He just stalls. He just stalls and delays for Fireboy to come off respawn. This is what we were missing in the previous series from the other teams, is this kind of stalling, waiting for your teammate, putting damage down but not dying, putting damage down, not committing to kills, and it's good to see.
What you do is you put the damage down, Jim, and of course that stops that player from pushing in, so he has to stay stagnant, and that all the while will give you a chance and give your teammate a chance to get himself involved in the play. Fireboy does fall again, all alone in dip. 2v1 for him, never really going to be able to come out on top. Sticker has that snipe rifle, and something we didn't talk about was that misplay with the overshield, but he finds the body, and that will send him to the respawn screen ahead by 2 kills now as we roll in towards the latter stages, and what could possibly be the last overshield we see as well, Jim. This could be huge.
Definitely huge. Sticker, again, they were separated. You know, Fireboy went and pushed them, and Sticker went for the sniper. There's a bit of a miscommunication there, which did cost him, but Sticker came out clutch. He's surviving, he's doing well surviving, but it's just been isolated. That player S1 Mada was sat S1 for so long, and they just, you know, he was just hiding. He was just waiting for his teammate again, and you know, they double push this guy. Overshield is coming up this in the next couple seconds. Let's see who gets this. I think this will definitely win the game. That's a bit of a rough play right there, but Fireboy coming out clutch.
Fireboy securing what should be the overshield for his teammate. Sticker just waiting for it like a bus. Is it going to be on time this time? Fireboy opting to go for it instead as his teammates down to no shields. Xertos and Matado, they get a double kill. They get them a fresh, clean 2 dead. No overshield to contend with. And like we said, Jim, it was going to be big, but we didn't see it going that way.
That shouldn't happen. That just shouldn't happen. Fireboy went for the damage instead of just grabbing that overshield and just thrust sliding over that and grabbing it. He went to try and get the kill instead of. That's such. That's not the best play from Divine Minds, but we'll see how much it costs them.
Xertos and Mala looking to start playing well now towards the latter stages. This game as a barrel takes down Fireboy, and that is a lead now for Michel Sardou, something we haven't seen for a considerable amount of time as well. Sticker's all alone in yellow. Do they know he's there, or are they kind of content with having map control and having that kill lead? But something we haven't seen now is running out of time as well. Within 3 minutes as Mala also falls, 23-23. And now Xertos needs to play sneaky, Jim. He needs to stay alive.
I was going to say, red team, Divine Minds need to push this. They need to pressure this guy. That's a huge kill by Fire.
Oh,
huge stick by him. 24-24, 1v1 for the win. To see if they actually pressure or they wait for their teammates. It looks like they're playing a bit passive, although Sticker is playing aggressive. I like this, but he also needs to be careful. He needs to wait for Fireboy. They could wait for the sniper here. I'd like to see him wait. Grab the sniper, get a pick. Don't need to play it too aggressive. You have the time in your hands, but it looks like Sticker wants to play aggressive.
No.
He's got the flank.
How
has he walked away with that? How? We'd love to see it, but how?
Both players turned their attentions there into flowers. Sticker walks in with a what has to be said, a sweeping brush, and just goes to town, takes them to the trash, puts them in the bin. That's 25-24. And like we spoke about, Jim, the cream is starting to rise to the top, and that is the closest game we've had so far.
That was an amazing game. It's so many like good plays and bad plays combined, and to finish the score of 25-24. I'm glad to see Sticker be that aggressive. You know, towards the end, 24-24, it didn't stop him from being aggressive and pressuring the kill. You can see a high amount of damage coming down from is that Zerfos? Is how you say his name?
Yep.
17 kills as well. That's huge. Just sadly, Mada couldn't carry that back for him. But yeah, what an amazing game. We're ready for game 2. It looks like on the rig.
We're jumping straight into the rig. There's absolutely no messing about here. Something I would like to see is Fireboy just get on the same page with Sticker, Jim. Start to play together. You know, bring that buddy system into play. He was rushing around the place, and because of that, he ended up actually having the most deaths as well. So 14 deaths for Fireboy. Something he needs to improve on, no doubt.
Yeah, it's sometimes it can be good to be aggressive like he is, as long as it's like kind of calculated, you know. If there's communication on there, he just missed the camera as well. That's
calculations, Jim.
But
miscalculations.
It looks, yeah, I as much as I'm trying to compliment him being calculated, then he does that. But it sometimes is fine to play it aggressive by yourself. If you know you're in a 1v1 situation, you should push it, you know. and it seems like it's 50-50 that Fireboy does. What a huge nade as well right there.
That nade just crushes the dreams of Fireboy and all the plans he had set in his diary for those two boys on Michel, Sardou. Mata out on towards this back rails area. Where is his teammate? Looks as though there's an engagement going down. No, there's not. They're both in Whitehall. Mata puts a little bit of damage in. Where is his teammate? He needs him now. Somehow Mata comes out on top and Exertos gets the body shot on the Fireboy. It looked as though Mata was going to hit the respawn very quickly there, Jim. But somehow, some way, he's come out on top.
I can't believe he managed to put so much damage on Survive then. He basically made both players one-shot right down the situation and walked away with a kill. That's huge plays by him, and it gives him a 4-0 lead, and they're still on the upper hand. Exertos,
no more sniper rifle ammo to play with and tries to back down here. Needs to be aware of Fireboy Tower 2. No information has come. Mata and Sticker do trade it out, and he now has eyes on Fireboy. Big engagement now. 5 kills to 1. They've had a great start. Can they keep it up? I'd like to see him back down here, play his life, which he's starting to do. I like this from him. He's trying to evade these nades if he can. None actually come. He pushes the Whitehall towards Fireboy, and he manages to stay alive again. Fireboy doing a fantastic job this time around, making sure he plays his life.
It's definitely real well played. I've just looked over at the chat and I've seen Fireboy posting in the Europa Halo chat. He's that distracted. He's not even focused on the game. He's typing in the chat about server issues. Fireboy, focus up. I don't know why you're discussing servers. Like, you're in the game, it's not going to make a difference. You need to focus. That could be why they're losing 5-1 right now. He's not focused.
Fireboy loses a kill again, complaining about the servers. Unfortunately, we don't have Wes Touch this time around. The Bailey out. There's no excuses this time around. Everybody is playing on the exact same server, and Exertos gets a kill onto Sticky. Something we didn't see happening. They're ahead by 7 kills to 1. I'm really impressed by Michel Sardou so far.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what they can do with this next camo. It seems like they're just going away with it. 8-1 is such a huge score. If they get a huge trade there, grab the camo. They know the timer on it as well. They know the timer on it. They can isolate it. They can keep it under their looks. There's no way for the boys in By Mind to actually know. And it seems, I don't know why Fireboy's pushing here. Like, it's just pushing 2v1s, 2v1s, 2v1s. Again, Sticker's doing a 2v1. It just seems like they're falling apart right now.
They're falling apart like that Post Malone song. Stick It falls to the respawn screen again. Fireboy, though, does get a big trade onto the camouflage player, and that sniper rifle still on the weapon pad. With Exertos has plans to some bad intentions with that as well, as he's now reloading it. Unfortunately, he did still have the previous sniper rifle, and that will cost him a little bit of time as he had to put some fresh bullets into it. And unfortunately, he does fall and gives that freshly reloaded sniper rifle to Sticker, who immediately puts the pressure onto Mata here. Mata all alone for the moment. Oh,
Sticker again! Do it. Get it, Sticker. Get it. He's off the map anyway.
Sticker falls into the abyss, but not before he finds the face of a Frenchman. Great plays from Sticker. He's doing that consistently so far, Jim.
It's got a nice little snapshot to him. It's cool to see it. It's lovely to see the nice little snaps he's got on it. Especially when you only have 4 bullets. He's not being cautious. He's not playing it slow because he only has 4 bullets. He's making the most of it. And yeah, he's missing a couple, but he's hitting those nice shots, and it does help out. But again, the score, it doesn't matter how many shots you hit like that. You're still down by 10 kills already. Yep. That's such a huge lead for the boys in blue.
It's a significant lead for Michel Sardou. And again, we're seeing Fireboy isolated all alone. Sticker did look as though he was coming to try and help, but it might be a little bit too late. He might find himself again in a 2v1 as Mata does a fantastic job to dip himself out of dodge. And Exertos again gets that kill. Jim, what has happened to Divine Mind? They're falling apart.
They've completely fallen apart. It's like their mind's just not in this anymore. Like, straight away off the start, maybe Fireboy missing that camo play, or maybe him too busy distracted by posting in the chat about servers. They're just not in it. They're just not in it. It's 17-6. Although Sticker, it looks like he's about to grab this new camo. Maybe, I'm not sure the exact timer. It seems like he's early.
Yeah, Sticker doesn't know the exact timer either, so he was waiting for it, but unfortunately it was one that never came. It never arrived. And we've seen Sticker. Fireboy has got the camouflage now in zigzag, and Mata lost him in the clouds. Couldn't find him at all, chasing shadows, and Fireboy gets that kill, but down by such a huge margin now, Jim. They're going to have to play some perfect Halo to get back into this.
They can bring it back. It's always possible. This camo player, as long as they're aggressive, they get back and get their head in the game. Like, they can pressure on this. They just got to make some huge plays. Obviously, it's a huge deficit right now.
Fireboy still a little bit of camouflage to play with. Just over a quarter now, as it just starts to wither away. Gets that melee kill. I don't know whether I like that. Gets 2 melee, not even a kill. Just takes him down to no shields, but tries to get himself out of dodge. And after 2 melees, 2 players down to no shields, comes away with no kills. And Sticker gets that sniper rifle, finds the face of Mata. Can he find the face of Exertos? No, he can't. He whiffs 2 shots. But when Sticker does connect, Jim, he connects hard.
He's definitely been hitting nice shots, and nice to see him keep on doing it, but it's still a 10 kill. And it's unfortunate by Fireboy right there. 2 beatdowns on the 2 separate players, just couldn't finish a single one of these kills. That must be so tilting, especially being down by 10. Definitely going to get in his head a bit. And looks like we might be going to a game 3, which is going to be awesome, but you never know. It could come back still. Camo in about 40 seconds. Let's see how much they can do towards that.
They only have 5 kills, 5 deaths to play with, do Divine Mind. That will help them though. Fireboy gets a kill onto Xeratos. Sticker also follows it up with a kill onto Mata as well. Now cutting that deficit down to 7. Still only 5 kills to play with. So if you're Michel, Sardou, you start to think to yourself, Jim, that we try and trade this out and just get this win and push us towards truth.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big lead they have, especially with this camera coming up, and it looks like they're pressuring it. It's got a good first pick on Fireboy. It seems like he played that a bit aggressive, kind of zoned into the bunker guy instead of worrying about where the second player was. Jumps into a nade and then dies. So it was kind of a rough death for him, but it didn't look it's cost him too bad. They're still at the inside of the map right here. Sticker should be able to grab that camo. It looks like he does, and let's see what he can do with it.
Sticky DMR in his hand as well. Something Jim talked about before. It hits hard, so you get a couple of shots and a melee in, and it'll send someone straight to the respawn screen and give you an extra point on the board. Although he's looking desperately for an opponent to actually use his weapon on, and he doesn't seem to be able to find anybody as this gameplay starts to slow down. There is a kill. There is that 2-shot beatdown. Brawler medal comes through. Fireboy behind the enemy player as well in engagement. Stick it, trying to follow up with some help with the camouflage. You see him again, Jim, getting trying to get those couple of shots in and then getting the melee.
That's exactly that. It's that 2-shot beatdown is so punishable. This is the closest thing you're going to get to kind of like a close range weapon on this map, which is kind of strange when you look at it. A DMR meant to be a long rifle, but it's good that he notices that and he uses it to the best that it possibly can be used. 4-kill game right now. They've really brought this back. New sniper as well in 10.
They were down by 10. Now, like Jim says, within 4, sniper rifle. No doubt Sticker will have plans and would like to put that sniper rifle to use. He drops down towards engine 1, maybe opting to give it to Fireboy. It's now in his hand. Well, Fireboy not able to do anything really so far as he dips away into sewer, being chased by 2 French players as well, and they've managed to get that kill. Fireboy completely isolated now. Xeratos has the sniper rifle. Mata in the white hall down to just under half shield. Stick it does somehow fall to Mata though. Fireboy gets the kill onto Mata. Xeratos sniper rifle in his hands. Game possibly in his hands, and he can find some headshot, which he can. Fireboy gets taken down, and now they have the sights set on this player. Engine 1. Stick it all alone in underpass. He needs help, but it's not going to come in quick time. And that kill onto Fireboy was huge, Jim.
It's beautiful snipe, beautiful quickscope, very calculated. It's such a scrappy play happened before that, you know, Fireboy trying to survive, just getting that sniper. Maybe he should have tried to play that sniper. You know, would have probably worked out better for them, but he tried to keep it on, tried to get to his teammate, and it cost them. You know, Zerf was coming in with a great shot, and looks like we're going to game 3.
Going to game 3, it's going to be truth. We're tied up in the series. It's the first time we've gotten to a game 3, and something we said before the series is you're going to see a little bit more resistance as you come up against these better, more polished players. Xeratos and Mata, though, they bounce back there, Jim. That's going to boost their mentals.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a huge game for them, especially with such a big lead and keeping that lead. You know, like they kept the lead throughout the game, although it got a bit closer, but they were still comfortable in the lead and managed to get that win and go into game 3. So definitely going to be motivated, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Going to be motivated to go into this game, and we'll see if Fireboy can come back after that tilt on game 2.
Yeah, it's definitely, they can use this as a springboard. If they can get the win here, they can take that confidence, Jim, and they can roll into the semi-finals with their heads held high. As we now push into truth, and something they did very well, did Michel Sardou on the game on the rig, was use that camouflage really, really well.
Yeah, definitely. We can see, I feel like Sticker on the map before was solo on that camo, and it looks like he is again. But it doesn't really matter because Fireboy's got the flank here, and this is a huge kill on this camo player. I don't know if Mata's going to manage to get away from this. It looks like he's actually managed to juke them. He's thrown a nade. That's so unfortunate. He went for a stick, he got out. Maybe he was panicking in that situation, but he just tried to get a sticky and get out of it. It's a nice try, but yeah, that cost him quite a lot actually.
I was watching him trying to get away, and I could just hear Mario sounds, bloop, bloop, and he was trying to jump himself out of there, but for some reason he exposed himself by throwing that grenade for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Getting a little bit greedy when, you know, you needed to try and secure that camouflage, get away and try and touch base with your teammate, which he could not do. And Fireboy and Sticker ahead by 2, about to make it 3, which they do, and no sign of Mata. There he is, front base. He's going to be isolating all alone. This is big trouble, and this is not the way you want to start Truth, Jim.
This is definitely not going to, especially when they got the camo as well. Like, they both went down low to burn it, and that just cost them so much, and it's just kind of, you know, steamroll from that. Look at the aggression as well. I like this. Fireboy collapsing. You got Sticker already on. Like, they put them on a split spawn. You see that how they're spawning out. You got Surfos that spawns in blue. They kill him now. Mada's now spawning red. They push him, and they're going to do the same again. They're going to turn around. They're going to pressure this.
That's something that we didn't talk about, Jim, is during that camouflage player, both members of Michel Sardou maybe putting so much emphasis on that camouflage and knowing how important it can be, sending both men down, and what it really did was just open and give up the whole map for Fireboy for the flank, and that was maybe a misplay on their part.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they weren't organized on that. Maybe there's they really didn't go over their starting strat or something like that. But like, the only reason they really secured that camo was because there was 2 of them down there, and Sticker played it well. He survived. He stalled for Fireboy to make that flank, and they just killed that camo player off. It's 8. Okay, they finally got a kill on the board. That's nice to see. We wouldn't see a double goose right there, but new camo is coming up, and we'll see who gets it.
I was going to say, in the words of the great Snipe Down, the game has started, but it looks as though they have awoken. They've managed to get that kill. Mata and Exertos now in red base, isolated is Fireboy now, but he's got the camouflage. That's a great job from him securing that for his team. Exertos loses that 1v1. Great job from Sticker just isolating the 2 members. It should have been a 2v1, but he very quickly took his angles, Jim, and made it a 1v1.
This is textbook stuff. Sticker hasn't even died yet. Like, it's 11 to 1. I know that, but Sticker 8-0 right now. 0 assists, which is interesting to see, but he's 8-0-0. That's a stat line right there.
8-0-0. Fireboy currently 3 kills, 5 assists, and the 1 death. Sticker does get that kill, make that a double kill. But again, you might think Sticker's playing incredibly well here, but a killing frenzy comes through as well, Jim. But Fireboy playing very well there, and really been used as bait.
They're playing it really well together, yeah. Like you say, like Fireboy with a 6 assists. He's putting the damage down for Sticker to come in and get these kills. Watch Sticker with the flank right here. Let's see if he. Now this is really well played by the boys in blue because they're recognizing this. They recognize the flank coming and they're punishing it. This is amazing play and a good read on the map right there.
Great play from them. Realized the flank was coming, and what you do then is you make the call out and you send your play. You send both resources to it, knowing it's going to be a 2v1. You come out on top. Mata though, 2 kills is all the team have at the moment, and he can't make that, can't turn it to 3. Unfortunately, Sticker takes him down again. Every key engagement going in favor of Divine Mind. Some body disrespect now as well. It was only a matter of time before we seen that.
This is the time when you do it though. You're 16 to 3 up. You just get in your opponent's heads. Now, you got to be careful with the kind of opponents you get. You can get an opponent's, I think, is it like when Lethal would shoot Snipe Down's body, you know, unleash this beast. Are they going to unleash this beast of Mada and Zerfos? They suddenly start playing, or is it going to get in their heads and just, you know, make them crumble? Is it just, and which, like, it looks like it has 18 to 3. New camo coming up soon. This looks very much in favor of Divine Minds.
The writing's on the wall, well and truly, as Exertos pays the price, and he goes the way of the boatman down the river Styx to the death screen, and Fireboy and Sticker looking to isolate Mata now, which Fireboy is not even needed, but immediately turns his attention towards the camouflage. It's business as usual. He picks up that camouflage, pops it into his chest. Sticker does die, but it matters not. They have so much room to play with now. And with the way the game on Rig went, Jim, how have we seen Truth be a complete flip of the script?
It's just pressure. It's complete pressure. Like off the start, you know, although the camera was burnt, they walked away with 2 kills and just kind of kept that momentum going from that. And it seems like the boys on blue are like, you know, crumbling. They're just completely crumbling. They're just not getting these kills. They're not trading off. They're not working together, and they're just bleeding deaths.
Pressure pushing down on Michel Sardou. Exertos top middle, Fireboy camouflage, drops down bottom middle, puts a couple of shots at the Mata, which I'm not extremely upset about, as both players on Michel Sardou down to no shields, and Stick it again in a familiar territory, finding 2 players weak, and should be a cleanup kill, which is not, opts back down instead. I like this from them. They're ahead by so much, Jim, but still not giving up easy deaths. Yeah,
it's definitely good to see. You know, they're not going to get too cocky. I mean, obviously there was a bit of body disrespect, but it's, you know, they're not like letting too many kills lead off, although It's a big kill right there for Amada to see if they can push him back. I'd like to see him be aggressive on this. Punish this guy. Punish this player. Don't challenge to 1v1. Mada is not doing anything down below. He's just kind of stood there and watching his teammate in a battle. He's in such an open space, and Mada really needs to get off the map then, whether it was to push to P2 or get top blue in the window and jump top mid. He just wasn't helping his teammate and kind of just had a pointless death down there in the courtyard.
With this series all but over, Jim, Divine Mind looking so good. Michel, Sardou looking good in patches as well. Is this a sign of things to come that, you know, Divine Mind will maybe fancy themselves to make it at least to the top fours? Or is there signs of weakness here in their game and maybe they can be exploited by better teams?
There's definitely signs of weaknesses. Obviously, they're going to have a very tough series going against Cartel next. Definitely going to be the hardest series yet, and they will be punished for these small mistakes they have been making when they've been separated and are watching the same things together. But, you know, that was amazing play from them right there.
Killing frenzy, we did see 16 kills, 3 assists and 5 deaths, so we did manage to get off that goose of assists, Jim, and get 3 on the board. Fireboy though playing really well, baiting and switching perfectly. Mada and Exertos, maybe their head was gone. You know, after that early start, they were down by what was 9-0. So if you have a start like that, you look at the scoreboard and you already start to think, okay, we're going to the losers bracket.
Yeah, we definitely won't see the last of them though. I think these guys are going to make a huge losers bracket run there. They're still a good squad. Obviously, they've just come out short on that 2-1 right there. But I'd be interested to see if there's potentially a rematch in the future throughout the lower bracket run. But yeah, it's a really good series to watch. It was nice to see go to a game 3.
We'll be back very shortly for Divine Mind against Cartel, as Jim has spoke about. We'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
They're still a good squad. Obviously, they've just come out short on that 2-1 right there. But I'd be interested to see if there's potentially a rematch in the future throughout the lower bracket run. But yeah, it's a really good series to watch. It was nice to see go to a game 3.